Hey, shalom everyone. This is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda Ben Shemer, and you're watching the Ponderings of the Perkei Avot. And today we're in chapter 1, verse 16, and we're dealing with something that Rabbi Gamliel said. He said, "Assume for yourself a master and stay away from doubt." You know, no matter what stage we are in our life or in our spiritual development, we're never going to get to a place where we have outgrown a teacher. Where we have outgrown accountability, where we have outgrown somebody that is above us or ahead of us. We are to strive to always to find teachers that we can put ourselves under and learn from. And I know in this day and age, there's a lot of charlatans. There's a lot of fakes. There's a lot of, basically a teacher is very hard to come by. But we are to strive to look for, a pastor or a rabbi or some wise person to be able to put ourselves under and to continue learning from them. We can never get to a place where we think, oh, well, I've arrived. Now everybody's going to come to me. Even if you have disciples of your own or students of your own or people that learn under you, you've got to answer to somebody, and you need to put yourself under somebody else's authority and teaching as well, because we're always learning. The only time we're going to stop learning is when this body drops and we're put 6 feet under. Assume for yourself a master and stay away from doubt, and do not accustom yourself to tithe by estimation, is what the other half of the Perkei Avot says. So, what I think that Rabbi Gamliel is trying to say about the tithe. Now, we no longer tithe for the simple fact the temple does not stand. It does not exist. So all those laws dealing with tithe and sacrifice has temporarily been put on hold. It hasn't transferred over to the church, or it hasn't transferred over to the synagogue. But we should give an offering to wherever place of worship that we have chosen to attend. And a tithe is a good rule of thumb, 10%. It's a good rule of thumb to go by. But we don't technically call it a tithe. We just call it a free will offering. But he says, do not accustom yourself to tithe by estimation. Because when you estimate, you sometimes you tend to either do one of two things. You underestimate, and then you cheat God out of what you're supposed to give him, or you overestimate and you're thinking, oh, well, I gave more than I should. I deserve a brownie, right? So, we need to be scrupulous, and we need to be exact in our giving, so that we won't get too prideful or get too haughty, or we won't get too lazy and just kind of skimp and rob God. We don't want to do that either. So those two things are very important that the rabbis have said, and it's great to be able to apply these things to our heart and our life and our mind as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Shalom.